Hello dear students, this is your Giri Prasad. I'll ask you one thing. See, this is a tree. My friend is sitting on the branch of the tree, and here I am. I would like to hit him with a stone. Is it possible always? He is here. I am throwing a stone like this with this velocity. It is moving up to this point only. Means something is missing, something is not sufficient. What could be the something? Maybe the speed. I will increase my speed. Yep. Oh my God. Even now it is reaching up to this point only. Again I will increase my speed. Yep. Yes. Yeah, I am successful. It touches him. Means what I need to do. See, one more example. Here I have seen this is some enemy's fighter plane or helicopter. I have seen this is exactly on top of me. It is not moving. It is not moving, neither moving backward or forward. It is exactly staying at the position and observing me. I have seen this. I would like to blast this with my gun or bomb. For that I need to throw the bomb or fire the gun with certain velocity. Then only it hits the fighter helicopter. Or we may say this is our drone. We may say it is a drone. It is staying here and observing me. I would like to blast it. So, for that I need to throw the bomb with certain velocity. Then only it hits this. Otherwise what happens? The bomb goes here and it falls. For that, with what velocity I have to shoot or fire, then it exactly hits my target. How can I find this? Again by using our magical formulae, magical equations. What are they? Yes, equations of motion. By using our equations of motion, we can find with which velocity I have to shoot my target, then it exactly hits. Or if I want to calculate the time at which my bomb hits this, I need equations of motion. Or if I want to find the height, where it is exactly from the surface, I can find it by using our equations of motion. So this is our lecture today. So in this lecture what we can find? The time at which we can hit the target, the height where the target is, the velocity with which we have to fire, then we can hit our target. This is our lecture. So let us move to our lecture. Yeah, as we know the first equations of motion. Yeah, before applying our equations of motion, we need to take our parameters. We have to apply sign convention. So what is that? We have our parameters u, v, a, t and h. These are our parameters. So what is u? Initial velocity. Let it be u. In the earlier case, when it was freely falling, initial velocity was 0. But now the initial velocity can't be 0 because we are firing it in the upward direction. We are giving some initial velocity in the upward direction. That's why the initial velocity is not 0. That's why it is u in the upward direction, v final velocity. This is our target. We are going to find the final velocity. That's why for some time let us not give any sign to it, but let it be v only. And a is equal to acceleration due to gravity. So a is a equal to z. This z is in the downward direction. Time is equal to t. What is the direction for time? Who knows? It is a scalar quantity. We need not to give any sign for this. And h is equal to, let it be h. What is the sign of this? As it is here, it is somewhere here. So this initial point, this final point of displacement is upwards. That's it is upwards. Now we have some quantities in the upward direction and some quantities in the downward direction. Now tell me, upward is taken as a positive, then downward must be negative. If upward is taken as a negative, then downward must be positive. Here I have choice, here I don't have choice. Upward, I can take either positive or negative. If I take upward as positive, downward must be negative. If I take upward as negative, downward must be positive. I am going to take this notation. I am going to take this sign convention. So what is this now onwards? Downward is positive, upward is negative. So don't say that downward is always positive, downward is always negative. Don't say this. This is just sign convention. It is more for convenience. I am doing this. I am going to take downward as positive. That's upward is negative. Here which physical quantities are in the downward direction? This. So take it as positive. And what about the other? Upward. If this downward is taken as positive, upward must be negative. What are the physical quantities which are in the upward direction? This one and this one. That's all. This is about our sign convention. Now let us apply equations of motion. Now let us see our first equation of motion and let us apply all these and let us see what is the benefit of it. Our first equation of motion is V equal to U plus AT. So here our V, we don't know. We have to find. That's why I didn't apply any sign for it. V is equal to U means U, A means plus Z into T means T. What about this U? It's negative. V equal to minus U plus ZT. In some books you may find this like V equal to U minus ZT. Both are same. Don't get confused. Don't worry. While applying this U, Z and T, if I get V as a positive, I may get V as positive or V as a negative. I may get V as positive means what does it mean by positive? Downward. Means the object is moving in the downward direction. Means the object went upwards and it is returning. V is negative means what? Upward direction. Means still the object is moving in the upward direction. That's why I didn't give any sign to this V. Why? My equation gives me it's a sign. See, if I throw this object, what happens actually? If I throw this object, it may, the moment when you are observing, still it may be in the upward direction or it may come in the downward direction. If it is still moving in the upward direction at that particular time means you will get negative. If you get U as negative, V as negative means still the body is moving in the upward direction. If you get V as positive means the body reaches the highest point and coming backwards. That is the meaning of it. So have you got it? So this is about our first equation of motion. By using this we can find the velocity of the object after certain time. Now let us see our second equation. Yeah, our second equation is S is equal to ut plus half at square. So S means what? Displacement. H is equal to U is negative minus U into T means T plus half into A means G is positive. T square. So these are H is equal to minus UT plus half GT square. So what does it say? See, this is our H is equal to minus UT plus half GT square. If you know U, initial velocity with which you are throwing this object, and if you know the gravity, G value at that location, you can find the position of this object at an instant of time, T. Got it? So this is our height, this is how you can find the height where the object is after certain time. Third equation. V square minus U square is equal to 2as. V square means final velocity V square minus U square initial velocity is equal to 2 into A into S. See here V is our target. We don't know, it's a sign. So let it be. Minus U is negative upwards. So it is minus U whole square. That's why it becomes plus again. Is equal to 2 into A. Instead of A what we have to write? G. Is it positive or negative? Positive, as G is in the downward direction. So this is our V square minus u square is equal to 2g into s means what? Displacement. So if the body is moving upwards, what about our s? It is upwards, so negative. Downward is taken as positive, as upward is negative. So it is minus h. So our v square minus u square equal to how much? Minus 2gh. So if you know the height where the object is, you can find the velocity of the object at that particular height. Is it clear? So v square minus u square equal to how much? Minus 2gh. This is our third equation of motion.